Perodua, also known as Perusahaan Automobil Kedua Sendirian Berhad, was first established in 1993. The top automaker in Malaysia has had exceptional success and increased its market share significantly. Perodua was founded as a consequence of a collaboration between Malaysian business and the Japanese Daihatsu Motor Company, resulting in a line of goods and service that strike the ideal balance between price, usability, and dependability. Consumer has embraced the company's dedication to providing economical, dependable, and fuel-efficient car, making Perodua a well-known brand in the nation. However, Perodua has a number of challenges that need careful management and strategic choice making, just like any organization that operates in a dynamic sector. One of the primary challenges currently confronting Perodua is the increasing costs and associated with manufacturing and maintaining its vehicles.
So I will be present on how planning manage the challenges. It is by ramp up the production. In addition to the rising demand for products, there are a number of risk factors for Perodua, such as higher inflation, further rises in interest rates, and higher external cost factors like fuel, power, and higher commodity and raw material costs. Because of the pending orders that were carried over from the previous year, Perodua intends to expand sales to 33,000 and 340,000 units this year in order to maximize operation production. The goal will also be to grow by this year's ongoing demand for the company's vehicles. Despite the numerous cost challenge, the industry still has a beautiful silver lining in terms of the entire market. It's because the industry overall volume may exceed the 650,000 units that the Malaysia Automotive Association has stated. Other than that, Zainal predicted that the automobile industry may produce 700 units this year based on the long waiting list for most brands and the high demand for Perodua's automobiles. Perodua has set aside 1.50 billion in investment spending this year to enhance group's operation, which includes group plans. So how the challenge will be effect on planning? It will be effect on the rising raw material costs. The cost increase of the company product will automatically affect the cost of the raw materials. The Perodua company cooperates with the Malaysian Investment Development Authority, also known as MIDA, to solve the problem that Perodua faces. The increasing costs affect raw material prices, for example, the cost of steel price, plastic materials, and all of the materials related. With the partnership, the programming gives support to any need for financing costs that will ultimately be passed to end customers, while at the same time helping manage the impact of high prices of goods. The support given by MIDA is crucial as this programming nullifies any needs for financing costs that will ultimately be passed to end customer. So how planning Perodua company overcome challenges? It is by maintaining the existing models. Cost increases have contributed to some price increases this year, but market leader Perodua has committed to keep its pricing the same in 2023. President and CEO Datuk Seri Zainal Abidin Ahmad came out with the concept to keep the prices of the existing models at least for the year 2023 in order to overcome the difficulty of being influenced by Perodua. Instead, Perodua will employ its own internal cost reduction strategy for consumer to control, and there must be a mechanism for their vendors to do the same, whether through reduced overhead or another methods. The goal is to maintain controllable material pricing regardless of how things turn out. Furthermore, Perodua also keeps eyes on interest rates and currency exchange because doing so would help this industry thrive. After careful consideration, the company decided to keep its vehicle costs, particularly for current models.
Next, I will be present about the challenges in managing our company in the global off-Perodua company. Based on my research, I found a current challenges of this company, which is increased production costs that occur in organizing. The COVID-19 pandemic that occurred in 2020 had impact on the economy in 2023. This has presented a number of difficulties, particularly for production companies. As same as other production company, the Perodua organization always has to face the increasing production costs, which make this one of the biggest challenges of the company. This can be seen when cost of raw materials such as steel and plastic has increased by more than 50% in the past year. Thus, this has put pressure on Perodua's margin as it has to pay more for the material needed to manufacture its vehicles. The global economy recovery and the rising demand for commodities are reasons for increasing production costs. Then, how this challenge affect on organizing? In my opinion, these challenges can give a change to the production process. This is because the increasing production cost can have a significant impact on the relationship between Perodua and its suppliers. If Perodua is unable to negotiate favorable price with its suppliers, it may need to find new suppliers. This can be a destructive process as it can require Perodua to make change to its production process. Also, Perodua's ability to obtain reasonable price can be significantly impacted by the content of its relationship with its suppliers. Strong relationship between Perodua and its suppliers may encourage those businesses to cooperate to reach an agreement that benefit both parties. Suppliers might be more likely to take advantage of Perodua and demand higher price if the relationship is broken. Therefore, Perodua company need to establish a friendly relationship with its suppliers so that this effect can be overcome well. Lastly, how organizing Perodua company overcome challenges? Perodua company can negotiate better price with its suppliers. For Perodua to overcome these challenges, the company management must negotiate better price with its suppliers. Perodua can attempt to negotiate lower price with its suppliers in an effort to manage the rising cost in the production process. This can be accomplished by establishing long-lasting relationship with suppliers. This can be proved when Perodua CEO Datuk Zainal Abidin Ahmad said, to ensure that part supply continue to flow, Perodua is now working closely with its suppliers. Therefore, Perodua company need to take the opportunity to establish a good relationship that suppliers of production materials. By having a good relationship, Perodua companies can negotiate better price with their suppliers.
So the next one is leading. The challenges that have in leading is production and registration will continue to increase. Although the cost of semiconductor chips has increased, this production must continue and that can have an impact on production. We expect that production and registration will continue to increase. Other circumstances, such as the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, are unlikely to have a significant influence on product output in the near future. In March 2022, Perodua registered 26,759 automobiles, a 9.5% increase over the 24,433 vehicles sold in March of the previous year. March sale increased 53.2% from the previous month's 70,421 automobiles compared to February 2022. Perodua's best monthly sales month to date was October 2021, when it sold 27,859 automobiles. So next, how challenges affect on leading? We need to bear a lot of costs. The President said that 2022 faced challenges such as the ecosystem recovery from the big flood, a labour scarcity caused by risk in COVID-19, cases at the supplier level, a shortfall of semiconductor chip supply, and a rapid surge in raw material prices. Even the cost of raw material is increased, they need to maintain product core prices and their production still ongoing as the request of customer that increase year to year. The typical waiting period as of February 28, 2023 is between 2.5 and 8 months, depending on the model, variation and color. Perodua's company apologized to its consumer and thanks them for their understanding. In the next months, they will aim to boost their production and registration even more, as well as their operations and delivery schedule, which is caused by several factors including cost of semiconductor chips. How leading Perodua company overcome challenges? We need to ensure the production improve. The present focus is on labor stability, particularly for automotive suppliers such as semiconductor chips. Despite the cost being increased in order to boost production, the company credited its achievement to increase manufacturing efficiency, better financing options for product dealers, and enhance communication both within the ecosystem and with its consumer. According to Zainal, with competent leadership, Perodua and its partner can overcome these hurdles and achieve much needed development for the sector. Perodua's mission was to exceed customers' expectations not just in terms of product and service delivery, but also in delivering higher value options to all nations. Perodua President said they have to moving forward, and they anticipate that the second quarter of 2022 will be a highlight for the automotive sector, with companies delivering as many automobiles as they can over that 3-month period.
Reduced innovation capabilities. Reduced innovation capabilities to the product company can be expected when the cost of semiconductor chip increase. With the increasing cost of semiconductor chip, manufacturers may cut back on their research and development activities, resulting in a lack of innovation. This may impact product ability to stay competitive in the industry and meet consumer demands for advanced features and technology in their car. Due to a lack of chip, Perodua have had to reduce production or stop all manufacturing lines, which has had an impact on their ability to innovate and control system. For instance, Perodua declared in June 2022 that the lack of semiconductor chip will cause it to halt production at 2 of its factories. 2.4.2 How challenges effect on controlling is lack of new product and services. Lack of new product and services can occur if the cost of semiconductor chip increase in product company. Product company may have a hard time developing new product and services, which can limit their ability to innovate and stay competitive in the market. Modern retail use semiconductor chip, which mean that if their price rise, it may have a negative impact on the entire industry, including Perodua. It may result in a lack of supply, longer delivery lead time, and higher production price for new goods. If the cost of semiconductor chip increases, Perodua may find it challenging to launch new product and model or update existing model with the latest technology. This may prevent the market from receiving goods and services, which will ultimately result in lower sales and market share. For instance, buyer may choose a competitor model if Perodua is unable to offer new model with the newest technology and safety feature, which will result in a loss of sale. 2.4.3 How controlling product company overcome challenges is external research and development R&D. External research and development R&D is a strategy that product company can use to address the challenges presented by increased cost of semiconductor chip. When faced with growing semiconductor chip price, corporate R&D seek to create alternate processes or technologies that can lessen to the company reliance on pricey chip. In order to improve the performance and usefulness of the virtual, while simultaneously reducing production costs, this may entail investigating novel materials, design strategy, or manufacturing techniques that are more economical or efficient. External R&D in this context refer to a procedure for developing new methods, technology, or solution for virtual design and development utilizing the company's own asset, personnel, and infrastructure. Perodua can invest in external research and development capabilities to develop alternative technologies or solutions that reduce reliance on semiconductor chip. This can entail looking into new components, methods, or design that are less expensive and increase the general effectiveness of their vehicles.
In conclusion, Perodua, the top automaker in Malaysia, has significant challenge as a result of the difficulty of cost growth. The cost of manufacturing and financial performance of the organization are impacted by rising raw material price, technical improvement, and regulatory restriction. The proactive approach that Perodua takes to cost control, operational effectiveness, and strategic decision making, however, enables it to deal with the difficulties successfully. Perodua is able to lessen the effect of cost rises while upholding its commitment to affordability and providing consumers with high-quality automobiles by streamlining its supply chain using automation and digitalization, and developing strategic alliance. With its emphasis of cost reduction and innovation, Perodua is still in a good position to manage the intricacies of the automobile business and maintain its competitive advantage.